We are back, Formula Fiends podcast. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. I know the people have been asking, but I've been in Europe, but we're back. Summer break. Cheers.
We are so back, folks. We got a new radio voice, sounding like baseball.
My name is Aiden. I can't even do the radio voice.
No, we're back. It's been a while. It feels good to be back, and we're just gonna leave again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll do Netherlands pre-race. Maybe we can fit that in.
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll see, because I'm moving out of this room soon. Going to Mexico, going to Asia. You know, I'm a busy man. You know,
He's a busy guy.
work for the CIA, so I got to bounce around these days.
Oh, I have a huge hole in my stomach.
Yeah. So we've been gone for a while. We missed Hungary. We missed not Silverstone. Spa.
Yeah.
Both S's. You know me. So I assume we should touch on those a little bit. But if you're tired of that, skip ahead. We'll timestamp.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely timestamp it.
Yep.
100%.
100%. You better.
If
You better
not
do it.
timestamped, kill me.
And then, but before we get into that, first seltzers on the podcast, I believe. I feel like we've been pretty much beer strictly.
Yeah, we're doing just a classic white claw, as Elon Musk would say.
Yeah.
As Elon would say. He would say.
Yulong
White
Ma
Claw.
would say.
Remember that clip?
No.
Where he's like, I think he's on some podcast and he's like, it's pretty good. White Claw. It's really funny.
South African motherfucker.
So yeah, we're doing mango White Claws.
Yeah, hot day in Seattle. You know, it sounded good, sounded refreshing, sounded expensive, and you know us. We're fiend for all three.
Love expensive things. That's pretty good though.
Dude, it's really good.
It's not bad.
It's really good.
It's more flavorful than I remember.
Low calories. Good shit.
It's good stuff, man. No calories. Sky.
I gained weight in Europe, dude.
Yeah.
Let me cut. Let me cut in peace. Okay. Hungry?
We it's hard because we both watch the race at different times and then we're like, okay, we can't talk about it. And I'll be like, but this, and he's like, don't talk about it. So
Keep it for the pod.
finally get to talk about it.
Yeah, we both said this, most boring on track action roughly of the season, minus Monaco, but the drama off the track was
Extremely dramatic.
Was insane. Best radio content we've gotten all year combined into one race.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I would say so.
Okay, I think we start with the big dogs, McLaren 1-2, but so much drama in the mix. What are your thoughts on it? Just, is that too big of a question to open it?
No, I think that's fine. I think it's hard because we were just watching the replay and Lando brought up the point where it's like, if you wanted Oscar ahead, then you should have pitted him first, which kind of makes sense, but you never know like how their tires are. So I don't know about that stuff. But yeah, so just to kind of summarize, just so we get our heads in our heads, it was like
heads in our heads. Yeah,
it was like,
love that metaphor.
Lando got pitted, and then he undercut Oscar.
No, he pitted before him first. Oscar was still ahead. They pitted him first again. They pitted him twice in front, and he didn't undercut him until the second time.
Okay, sure.
Sorry.
That's like the main one though.
Yeah.
That's like the main pit stop, I'd say. So he undercut Oscar, and then just starts going on a absolute rager. Like he was ahead by like 4 or 5 seconds at one point.
I think maybe even more than that.
Maybe
like
more.
8-9 seconds.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. It was like he was definitely cooking.
He was cooking
in third stint.
And third place, I don't even remember, maybe like Lewis?
Yeah.
Lewis wasn't even close at all.
So what McLaren said is that they were pitting Norris first to cover Lewis, but then they did that both times and Lewis just wasn't in the picture at all.
Yeah, I agree. Lewis was not really in the picture at all.
And it's like, it's a weird one because it's like, do you think of the championship with Lando?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Do you pick a number one driver already? I would almost say you do, but you're also robbing Oscar strategy-wise for minuscule points. It's a tough one, but as McLaren, I hate how they dealt with it because they can't make up their mind.
You mean like they should have just said, let him pass right now?
Yeah, I would go, instead of being like, they like introduced it
Yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna want to like give this back, we're gonna do
Yeah.
this, like he's a really good teammate, like they just drew it out. I would have gone, we messed up the strategy, we screwed Oscar, this is his race, give him back the position. Just
I kind of
flat
agree.
out, like, you have to, these are your drivers, you have to like coach them, like,
Yeah.
don't like, obviously if you like are kind of like half and half with it, they're gonna be like, well, I'm ahead, why did you pit me first, like you said, like, which is
Yeah.
fair.
I agree, because like I thought, I was like, okay, when is Andrea Stella just gonna come on the fucking radio and just be like, Lando, swap places?
The thing is, he'll never do that.
But that's what I wanted. I
That's
wanted
what
him
you
to do
need.
it. Just, yeah,
That's
because
what
it's
you
like,
need.
like you mentioned, all the tension, like, because then Lando's thinking like, maybe I will win this race, because in his mind he's thinking championship, which I actually agree with. If
Yeah.
I didn't know the sport that well, I didn't have like personal attachments to Oscar and Lando, I would say whatever gives them the best chance of winning the championship, do it. And it would be let Lando win.
Yeah, I mean, but I think part of their strategy is they're thinking strictly constructors.
You think so?
I think so. I think they're, which is dumb in my opinion because we got half the season left. But
Yeah.
I think they, as a team, are more focused on the constructors than the drivers by far, and that's what they were. That's what we saw in this race, is that they were purely like doing as conservative a strategy as possible to protect that 1-2, and then that messed up like the driver order, and then that's where you got the chaos. That's where you got the radio message. I don't know. It's a weird one. I assume they sat down and kind of figured it out, like at Spa, everything
Definitely.
seemed good.
Yeah.
We'll get to that race later, but yeah, I don't know. Like, you gotta make a game plan.
I think it just. I think you have a good point. It was too much tension, and they should have made a call instead of letting Lando. Like they kept like kind of babying him into like kind of giving him the idea of doing it, and then eventually they. Yeah,
It was
it
a
was
full
just strange.
guilt trip. They wanted him to just be like, okay, he's my
Yeah.
teammate, let's do it. But that's not how that works.
No, they all want to win. I also it's a bummer for Oscar because it created this kind of dramatic team dynamic into his win. Like this is the best day of his life, or
Yeah.
like it should be. His first F1 race, and then it's this whole thing, and it's
Yeah.
like,
No, I agree. It definitely took out that
yeah,
like Cinderella moment.
yeah,
But yeah, it's kind of funny too, because we're always like, when Oscar wins, he's gonna be like, thank you,
Yeah.
like super calm about it. But I think this actually made it like worse. They're like,
yeah,
thanks. Like I think he was actually like, fuck, this is gonna kind of suck.
yeah. I agree. If
Which-
he had like a great race, he would have been like, yeah, or we would
Uh,
have seen something.
Yeah. And he did like later on say like, this means so much to me on Instagram and stuff, which is cool. Little burp.
Thanks.
Excuse me. And this is becoming like kind of a theme of Oscar's career, where it's like he's such like a non-drama guy, but like even his switch from Alpine to McLaren, and just like it's been a very dramatic like career so far. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely like a really weird team dynamic race, and then especially you don't have Lewis like that close, so it's just them up there just figuring out. It's not like, I don't know. It just creates it. It makes it even worse that they're just all alone up top.
Yeah, and I think the problem just starts is that they're not used to being in these positions, so they were like the up and rising buddy team that everyone likes.
Yeah,
But once you get in this, it's like it's hard having two competitive drivers, because like when you have the best car, you want a number one driver to make things easy like this.
definitely. Valtteri and
Lewis,
Lewis.
Max, and every teammate he's had.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. But speaking of Max Verstappen,
Please.
he's being a little whiny bitch.
In that race?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of radio messages, it was a great race because the whole time he's like, feels like shit, like
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Dude, I thought the strategist was about to cry. Like, you know that goated Red Bull strategist? I forget her name.
Yeah,
But
the
like
woman.
it showed them, and she was like fucking stressed out.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude.
I think it was also like some things on his car he didn't like or something like that.
Yeah. I didn't really look into it, but yeah, it just seemed like he had a hot race, Crofty
Yeah.
kept bringing up that he was up all night sim racing.
Yes, dude. That was crazy.
Which is like, I don't know, bring it up once, but he said it like 8 times.
He said
and
it
then,
a bunch.
He's had races where he's done that and then won, so I don't think
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal. He knows his sleep.
I
Like,
think Martin Brundle brought that up.
like he's an adult.
No,
Like,
that he's done it before and he won a race.
yeah. He's
like,
done
and
it
that was like
so
oh, that's
many
a pretty
times.
good point.
And I don't know, yeah. And then he just like seemed like he got angry about the strategy, and then that's why he kind of hit Lewis, is because he got frustrated there.
Yeah, he's not focused.
And I think it's crazy how quick he snaps back into young Max when he doesn't have a race winning car. Because we all thought he was maturing, but here we are again. Like same as like Austria, where once it's not perfect, he gets hot.
He whines a little bit. Yeah. Also, you never know though. Like he could be doing that every race, and we don't know because they just don't show it. But
I mean, he does to a certain extent, but not to that.
yeah, definitely not.
Like-
Like that. It was almost like getting annoying.
I
I was like,
wonder-
stop showing me this. I don't want to see this.
Yeah, I wonder if because the race was slow, they were able to get more radio messages out. That could have been it.
Probably.
But there's a clip of GP, his race engineer, if you don't know, last year, and he's like in an interview, he's like, I'm nervous for once we don't have a dominant car, what Max is gonna treat me like.
Jesus.
And it's like, dude, here it is, the
That's-
prophecy.
Lisa Nagai.
as,
Lisa Nagai is
as
Max
written,
with
as written.
Max with a bad car is the chosen one.
I think that pretty much sums up
yeah,
Henry, though.
I think that's about all we're gonna get.
Belgium. Oh, okay. This might be a bold take.
Please.
Spa needs something. It's
Yeah.
boring every time.
It was not interesting.
I mean, like the ending, we should probably just get that out of the way, was spectacular.
Yeah.
George on one stop that he called went from like 6th position to winning.
Yeah.
And that was his call. Great drive. Kept Lewis at bay. Closest margin this year, finishing 0.6. And then Oscar was less than a second behind them too.
Yeah.
So
Easily. He was like right on Lewis. Maybe not right. Half a second, maybe, or something.
yeah. So ending was
I think it was good.
fantastic.
Because, dude, Piastri was gaining on them
Fast.
like very quickly.
Fast.
And then obviously you had Checo starting 2nd, finishing 8th, which was pretty tough. Max just kind of nowhere.
I mean,
Well, he started 10th.
started 10th and finished ahead of Lando, which is pretty good day.
Pretty good, but not, I mean, it wasn't like,
I don't think their car was anything special.
no, I don't think so either.
But I think he did the best he could do. Obviously, he always does.
Yeah.
Not always, but
I don't know. Him and Lando had some what is the word? It was like, I don't know.
some edging battles.
No, some edging. I know what edging is. I love edging. No, just like almost, what's the opposite of dramatic? Where like something happens and then you're like, oh, that was boring.
Edging, dude.
No, okay.
No, like
What's the word?
I don't like
Anticlimactic.
overhyped. Yeah, anticlimactic.
Yeah, they had
That's
some
good.
anticlimactic events because we were looking at them, it was like half a second, and then just like nothing would happen.
I looked at that, and the first time I think they were in open air, but I think the second or like couple times after that,
Yeah.
Max also had DRS. It was like
Oh,
behind like
okay.
Carlos or something. So
Yeah.
I think that's why he could never like get past, or they would switch because there'd be someone close by to
Yeah. Okay.
kind of
that
help
makes
it
sense.
out. And yeah, it's weird because like you can only really overtake bus stop chicane maybe if you have an insane advantage, or it's
Yeah.
just after that, straight away after El Rouge.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is like it's a boring race because it's like a one move overtake opposed to like you'll have overtakes where it's like the other guy can come back and maybe like do a switchback back on you, or like I like that kind of thing. But it was just like you get DRS, you pass him, and then you're past him. It's not like the guy's not really fighting back.
Yeah,
Like that next corner, he's not.
it would be like to fix it. It would be cool to see at least the first after El Rouge and Radeon, that kind of chicane down to that turn. Maybe make that wider so they can like, because you just like put those side by side to like Silverstone.
I have to see a map.
No, I'm just thinking like in your head, like how wide Silverstone is and how
Oh, yeah.
tight Spa is. It's like
yeah.
that would be an easy solution to get some more side by side. But also, it's just like I think a lot of the the buzz, the hype around
History.
Spa, the history is
Yeah.
that you now a lot of those turns you just go flat out
Yeah.
on. And Martin Brundle's talked about that over and over again, and just like how these cars are just too good for that track where just most
That's
of those turns aren't turns anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. So I love Spa. Driving it on the sim is so much fun. It's a classic track, but just racing has just not been its friend recently.
Yeah. Really pretty farms and all that. Elevation I really like. But yeah. I don't know. Not great. Not a great race.
No. And it
Not a
never
great
is.
race.
It never is. Like I think we got blessed by the ending, but that wasn't even like side by side. It was kind of just like they clumped up and then they finished.
Yeah.
But I can't complain.
Yeah. I can't. We were complaining. We
I know.
complained the whole time.
I was, but I'm saying like I can't complain that hard because
Yeah.
it was entertaining.
It was
towards the end.
entertaining. George DQ. Yeah, I was thinking about the George DQ like just a minute ago. It was like, as much as I want to be like, but he won, he deserves the win. It's like, but he broke the rules.
I mean,
So it's
I
like
think-
he
I think-
doesn't.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Even if it was 0.0001 over.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
But I was
he's
thinking
done-
like there are some times when something like this happens and you're like, that's bullshit. Like that shouldn't be a rule. But like this is a time where it's like, okay, well,
Well, it's kind of like
Yeah.
in soccer where like it's an offsides, but like it was his hand that was offsides, you know, when they go to like
Oh,
the VAR,
interesting.
but he scores the best goal you've ever seen. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like that's cool that we saw it because that was like one of the best drives,
yeah,
I think, of the season, maybe best drive of the season. And then it just like gets taken back kind of like that, you know,
yeah,
like an offsides.
not great.
But shout out George, great that you called that and it worked out crazy to his
Yeah.
favor, and I feel like he definitely did deserve it, and it's kind of on the team that it didn't work out, but you know, fine margins,
Definitely on the
no
team.
no safety car. Yeah,
Yeah, also it's good to see like because even Lewis obviously didn't break the rule and he was right there, so it's good to see that the car is doing well. And Mercedes looking pretty strong.
very strong.
Yeah.
It was funny, like Toto did not look happy after the race.
Yeah.
You see that? I wonder if he like knew.
We did, dude.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck,
We're
we're gonna be
fucked.
fucked." But you still have a driver winning, so
Yeah. He might have just been playing it super cool too.
he might
He
just be
does.
German, you know.
Yeah. Or he was probably stoned.
Whoa.
It's crazy
Should
take.
we get into that?
Toto Stoner?
That's a great way to get a clip blown up, but that's not us. That's
Yeah.
not us.
No, we're not clip farming.
Just
Just give me my money.
I wish.
Do you know about that thing?
Yeah. Saw David Beckham do it.
Did he do the thing where it's like you clap for and
Everyone.
then-
it was his wife that they didn't clap for.
and
It's
then you
pretty
just like
funny.
look at them?
Yeah.
super funny.
Oh, such a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Um,
My intern guy took a video of it, like him and his friends, and it was like super funny because the guy was like got super into it. He was
Yeah.
like, "You just give me my money," and then they just looked at him, and he was like super confused.
You got to do it to like the best person, like the person who would do it the most. 'Cause,
yeah,
like,
like get into it.
if you half-ass it, then like it's not that funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I did see David Beckham's yacht though on my trip.
That's cool.
It's cool. Made me feel poor, but
Yeah, that's all right.
it's good.
Didn't he cheat on his wife?
Yeah,
All right.
they still love each other though, and you know,
Yeah.
what would Marcus Aurelius say?
A man who does not cheat is a man with no tea.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. That was Marcus Aurelius' quote. What did Marcus?
All right. Let's talk about Checo. Just real quick, just a little Checo talk.
Chess and checkers.
Back at it. He still sucks. Get him out of the sport. Love the guy personality wise.
Do you?
Good family guy.
Yeah, good family guy.
Like not
Definitely.
a bad guy.
Not
Like,
a bad guy. No.
But I think his time has come.
Yeah, he's clearly not performing, and I don't know, dude. The Red Bull might not win the constructors.
Yeah, I think
I don't think they will.
right now McLaren should be winning.
Should be winning. What do you mean by
Like
that?
they have fucked up too many times that they're
Oh.
not yet winning. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of points still, though.
well,
What
it
do you
shouldn't be
think?
though, because they've just been throwing away points here and there.
Yeah, I guess like Lando crashing. Yeah, I don't know about that statement, but they should definitely be closer.
I mean, they're not that far away. Let me look at it. Let me pull it up.
Pull it up.
Let me pull it up.
I think it's like maybe 50.
I think you have two drivers.
Yeah, that's true. That
It's
is
not-
true.
It's not one driver.
Oscar hasn't really done anything wrong.
Yeah, but he wasn't great at the start. You
Yeah,
know,
that's true. He's young though.
he's young. He's a young buck. Constructors. Yeah, it's like 40.
40. Okay, yeah,
Like that's
They could be winning
They
it.
should be winning.
yeah. Especially like Checo. Yeah, I think he should be replaced.
Now.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, dude, based on his multiple last races, it's like
Also, like not even this year. Last year is the same case study.
Yeah.
Same thing.
bad.
Good at the start, bad in Europe.
Yeah, and also the start is like when they had the most dominant car, like start of this year at least. So it's like because Max was winning by a lot in the beginning, so Checo should have been, and then once it's like gets closer, then it really shows how bad Checo is.
And then it's like, what are the chances that things change? You know,
Pretty slim.
like all he needs to be doing is getting fourth and third,
Yeah,
like minimum.
I would take fourth.
Yeah, but he's okay. Let me pull up this stat, which I thought was crazy.
Is it that like Logan Sargent has more points than him in the
No,
last?
no,
like,
no,
whatever.
no. Average grid position of this year. I
For
think
checkers.
it's for a couple drivers.
Oh,
Let me-
please,
four
please.
drivers. It's the Red Bull guys.
Okay.
This is for the past 8 Grand Prix. I just saw
Okay.
that, and I think this is from after Spa. So pretty recent stat. We got Verstappen average grid position 3.8. Pretty
Okay,
good.
yeah, because like DNFs are gonna fuck you in that.
No, it's like it's just qualifying.
Oh, just qualifying.
It's just qualifying.
Oh, okay.
Like grid position.
Okay.
So 3.8, not a whole lot of pole positions, but still a lot of victories. Daniel Ricciardo is second with
Really?
11.5, Yuki 12.1. So they're very close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
And then Checo's 12.5. So he's
Jeez.
behind both RB drivers,
Yeah,
which is shocking.
that's pretty insane,
Absolutely.
dude. Because he's crashed out
Shocking.
of qualifying a couple times. Right?
So many Q3 crashes, so many he's not out of Q2.
yeah, out in
Uh,
Q1,
Yeah.
Monaco crash.
I mean Q1 and Q2.
Yeah,
Always get those mixed up.
all right. You're learning.
Yeah, it's weird. Rumor has it Daniel Ricciardo is going to be in the seat if shit continues.
Dude,
Um,
put Yuki in there.
I know. I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, we talk about this every week though.
I know. Get Yuki in there.
He deserves it.
Honestly, like at this point, just get him out. Get Liam in there, and it's like I don't really care who goes up. I think there is
That's a
a
good
merit
point.
thing, but I think Daniel and Yuki are close enough where it's like I could see why they would want Daniel. He's just more experienced and all that.
Yeah, people like him a lot too.
Yeah.
Could be good for the team.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Daniel going up, Liam and Yuki.
Yeah,
I would
I feel
not
like
mind
that'd be a
that.
great team.
Yeah,
Which is I think
be like
that's their whole
solid,
plan.
solid Red Bull as a whole too. Like those
Mhm.
4 guys.
Yeah, because Liam and Yuki have good friendship, but like can still battle on track. Max and Daniel were like Max. That was his like favorite teammate.
Yeah,
That would
probably most competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like especially with like the Red Bull political turmoil and people leaving Red Bull, it's good to have that security get back to the old days. You know.
Yeah. True.
Did you hear about that? Probably not.
No.
They're what's his title? I think it's like head of race. it's like the FIA. He's like a FIA specialist. So like back in like 2021 when they would talk to Michael Massey, he was the one talking to them. It's like sporting director or
Okay.
like something like that. He's going to kick Salba,
Red Bull guy?
like top Red Bull guy. Like
Interesting.
he's like top 3 in management. And he's going over
Whoa.
there and he's going to be team principal with Matteo Binotto.
At Sauber?
Yeah,
Next year?
into Audi too. Do you not hear Matteo
No.
Binotto's back? Okay.
No.
For the people listening, Will's been off Instagram for a
Yeah, I'm
long
off the
time.
grid.
So
I'm off the
he's
grid.
like, you gotta at least read like F1.
Well, I
news.
couldn't because I couldn't go on the
Oh,
app.
yeah, because you're waiting to watch
Yeah, I
the
was
race.
waiting to watch it.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm super behind on
Yeah, so
everything.
Matteo Binotto's back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wild. No one's really asking for it, but he's back. You know, he's a good technical guy.
It's kind of a meme too.
He is kind of a meme. And the other guy, I don't know much about him,
I don't know
but
shit about him.
we'll see. He could be like a James Vowles character though, because like James Vowles was like one of the upper management guys, and then went to Williams, and then is
Yeah.
fucking killing it.
It's true. We should know more about all the team principals.
Well, he's like not even a team principal. He's like
What,
I'm-
the kick guy?
the guy who moved there. Yeah, he's like
Oh, I think you're talking about the current one.
no.
'Cause the current, I don't even know who the current one is.
It was Andreas. Is the old McLaren guy? It's Andreas.
Fabacucci?
No, it's like not Stella, but it's really close.
Estrella?
No, I don't know. I should know this. He's a dog, but he got fired.
Oh. Rip.
Yeah,
Rip Bozo.
shouldn't have left McLaren.
Yeah. Had a good gig, probably.
Yeah,
I get it.
probably a lot of money. But yeah, so that's going on. Alpine dropped their guy.
Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno's
Do you know who they're
gone.
going to replace him with?
Someone I didn't really know. And then Laboratori's back or whatever his name is.
These are just so Italian.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the guy with
Flavatori.
like the crash gate or whatever it's called, and when Fernando's teammate crashed and
yes. And he
Uh,
just got like released from.
yeah, he was banned from the
Yeah, he
sport
was
for a while.
banned.
He's like a board member now,
Yes.
so we'll see. I think-
Alpine.
They should just fucking sell their team, dude. Fucking sell their
Or like a
team.
rebrand. Some kind of rebrand.
If they're stopping
Go back
their
to, like,
if
Renault.
they're stopping their engine manufacturer, and it's like, what do you? It's
Yeah.
just becoming a shell of a team.
True.
And it sucks because they have so much history with like Fernando winning in Renault and all that. Like, go back to Renault. if
That's what I'm
anything.
thinking. Yeah. Just
Uh,
changing the name to Renault.
No one gives a fuck about Alpine.
Yeah.
They don't even do pink liveries, so
Exactly. They did a fucking.
that was all that
Movie
they were
livery.
good for.
Yeah. They were a fun team. But yeah, I would say sell them to fucking Mario.
Oh, Andretti.
Yeah.
Andretti doesn't want it. They said,
Doesn't want it?
yeah, because basically they would have to hire everyone and like they'd have to pay them a lot to get the team, and then they'd
Oh.
have everyone, and they're trying to do their own thing in the U.S. with their facility, and they would have to like sell the facility for
Gotcha.
a loss. And I think they're still convinced they're going to get in 2026 with the litigation that's going on.
The Liddies.
The antitrust laws that we
Yes,
went over.
yes.
That's still going on. And because Liberty Media is US, I think they might get it. So that'd be sick. 11 team, give it to me.
Yeah, I would not mind that. Or by that time, like another team could be gone.
Yeah.
Haas could be gone. Could
It's a
happen.
fluctuating sport with a whole lot of money going around.
Extremely dynamic.
What else do we have? Oh, we got Carlos de Williams.
Yes, I just found out about this.
Big news. It's funny because we talked about this, I think, last podcast. If you were Carlos Sainz, what would you do? And I said
Yeah.
go to Williams.
Yeah, I think I said Alpine at the time.
Yeah. And I'm sticking with it, dude. I think it's he's got a very open-ended contract where I think he can basically leave whenever when he gets a good deal.
Oh, okay.
So I think just sit on the sidelines and see what happens. I still can't believe Mercedes or Red Bull did not pick him up.
yeah.
And I know he's not joining a bad team. Williams got money now. James Vowles is good. Alex Albon's a rated driver. So if he just like is ahead of Albon, his career is still going. So
Yeah, I think it could be interesting going into 2026. They could have a really good 2026. They could.
they could.
New regs?
Yeah,
know.
it's just I don't know. It's hard. I'm skeptical.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know who's gonna do well.
Like, I think the biggest jump we've seen was that Aston Martin in the new regs when they were like fighting for podiums and stuff. They're the worst team before that, but I don't see Williams doing that, and I don't like if they did, I don't think they would hold it very long. Like Aston.
Even though I could even have them like finishing top 10 and being like pretty happy.
Yeah,
Like Carlos getting like an 8th place.
Yeah, that would make them middle of the pack in points, so they would. Yeah, they would love that. I mean, they're second to last right now, so
yeah, I guess anything's a good improvement. And
I like the choice because like Alpine's chaotic, Sauber is Sauber, just dynamic as well. Haas, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, I think Williams also like you said, James Vowles.
Yeah, dude, he would convince me. I'd have one phone call with him, and be like, "All right, you got me."
Yeah,
I showed you this before the podcast. The him talking about announcing Carlos to everyone, and he's like, "I wanted 2 drivers where no matter where they line up on the grid, the drivers are scared of them." Yeah. I set off a minute atomic reaction or whatever. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, is this the setup to like a Marvel movie? Like, what is going on here?" I don't know what it is, but I love every word of it.
It's like a locker room speech.
Yeah,
I might have to be a big Williams guy, dude. That could be a spicy dynamic because they're both like pretty young, dude. Like they're sneaky the same age.
No, really, Albon's got like 4 years on Carlos, young wise, I think.
Dude, I think they're both like 27, 28.
I thought Albon was like similar class to George and Lando.
Let's pull it up. Okay.
I'm guessing
Alex
3 or 4
Albon
years.
age 28.
Wow, that is older than I thought. And Carlos is like 31?
No. Carlos Sainz, he's probably 28 too.
No, he might be 28. Yeah. I see him as older.
Carlos.
That's pretty good.
29.
29. Okay. 1 year apart, really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is like it's not like there's not a big young old kind of thing. It's kind of just like they're both just dogs trying to get it, go after it.
I think Carlos has been in the sport a couple years before him though.
Yeah, because he was Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
And then because Albon, I guess Albon wasn't he Toro Rosso though? Because he went to Red Bull.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I don't know. Both good drivers though.
Before my time.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be a really spicy dynamic though.
I love it.
Like spicy.
I hope it doesn't just turn into like a Alpine thing where it's just like their car's not good enough to really see them shine. Because like
very well
this year the Alpine drivers have been extremely close to each other, but that shows that they're getting the most out of the car, and that's all you see. You know?
Yeah, you're saying you don't see like good points battles and stuff like that?
Yeah, no. It's just like just because they're good drivers and they're like getting the maximum out of the car doesn't mean they're going to be entertaining or close to the points, which is the hard reality. But we'll see, man. Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, I think Albon finished 13th. No, I gotta pull it up. He didn't finish that bad this week, so it's not like their car's
no idea.
Horrible.
I said this before. I got to look down at the drivers more in the race. I'm usually focused on top 10 strictly, but you know we have a Formula 1 podcast, so
finished 12th.
12th is good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
I gotta piss again.
Don't leave me.
You want to talk? You want me to give you something to talk about?
No.
Okay.
We got to talk about it together. That's the whole point.
Well, you can start it off.
What should I go over? Some things, just some personal things. Nothing crazy. I guess we'll just go through the schedule because, like we said earlier in the pod. No, Aiden, I'm explaining where we're gonna be when we're gonna be gone.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Guy.
I thought you were just gonna go over the calendar of F1.
No. Okay, so round 15 is the next race after the summer break, 23rd of August. And wait, will you be gone?
Huh?
You're gonna be gone 23rd.
I'm gonna be gone the 25th, which is race day.
Okay, so we can do a pre-race for that.
Yeah.
So we'll have a Netherlands. That's next week.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we'll do an episode next week. And then we're gonna miss Italy, Baku, Singapore.
Oh, great races.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we're gonna miss those 3, and then we're gonna be back for the U.S. And then we're back.
And then we're going to the U.S.
Yeah, we're going to the U.S. But I mean, like, we'll have episodes out. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe some content at the track too.
Yeah.
I think I might
so.
try to figure that out with the camera.
Yeah. I feel like you should be the face. I'll just record.
Me.
Yeah.
No, I want to like interview people too, and like,
Oh, yeah.
we could like switch off.
All right. I'm
you
down
know.
for interviewing.
Yeah.
People say I'm pretty good at interviewing.
We got to do our prep for it for
Oh,
sure.
speaking of interviewing, question for you.
Yeah.
I had this question last time you went to Europe.
Okay.
Europe, and it's has a rich history of automobile racing, as we know. In what way did you see Formula One in the European culture? And tell me where you went.
Went to Greece and Italy. Italy's a big one, but I didn't go to the motorsport part of Italy.
Sure.
I'd say motorsport part is pretty northern, where you got Monza, Imola, Ferrari headquarters is all up there.
It's true.
I saw a lot of merch stores,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. Walking them, you're a little drunk, you almost buy shit, but then you realize, oh, everything costs $100 for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
because they mark it up like crazy. I talked to probably too many people about F1 that didn't want to talk about F1
Okay.
just because they're European. I just assume they watch it.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, and like some
In Italian.
some good conversations. Some people just being like, "Oh yeah, Max is good, right?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay,
God.
come on." It's like you're not American.
Max
like,
is good.
yeah, nothing. Like we watched the Belgium Grand Prix in an Irish pub, which is fun.
That's interesting.
In Italy.
And no one really cared, it seemed like. Were people like, oh.
Well, we were like trying to look around for like a good spot to watch it.
Yeah.
But I just like didn't see a lot. I think it's just like that. I talked previously with that bar and they're like, yeah, we'll have it on. Come
Okay.
by. And then I looked around and just didn't see a whole lot else. So,
Get a plan.
oh yeah, dude, I wasn't going to miss both of them.
Yeah.
It was fine. Didn't see a lot.
Nothing stand out.
But also, it's like I want to reiterate this. I went to some of the most tourist parts of Europe, so I'm not speaking with locals a whole lot.
Yeah.
Even if they are European, they're mostly girls because I'm not gay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kidding. No, talked to a lot of dudes because they're homies.
Probably more guys.
Yeah,
than chicks.
definitely. It
'cause
was a joke.
I mentioned that because when I went to Europe, or when I went to Italy at least, I think we were in Florence, and our waiter was like watching it on his phone, and I was like asking about it and stuff, and he was like, yeah, it's like, and he was like super into it.
Yeah.
And then I would see a bunch of stores, like, because a bunch of Ferrari stuff, but then like sneaky like Mercedes. I think just like a lot of people in Europe just love Mercedes, and it's just obviously like a big team, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the more north you get, the more Ferrari you see. But yeah, and I did notice that like not every Italian is for Ferraris sometimes.
oh,
It's like,
really? Dude, I'd be
that's a-
so Ferrari.
Dude, that'd be my culture.
Yeah,
or they could have been. I could have maybe thought they were Italian, but they weren't.
Yeah, maybe.
I saw a dude with like a McLaren shirt.
I
which
saw a
is
lot of
fun.
that kind of stuff, like people wearing
Just like the team kit.
Yeah.
When it was like hot out, like kind of wearing it like a polo.
yeah. I saw a lot of those.
Yeah, it was not as much as I would want.
Yeah,
but
sure. Well, we should go to Italy sometime.
yeah, Monza.
Yeah, because I went to the city of Monza.
We should do a track day there.
Like we race on it. I mean, that'll be pretty far out in the future. I assume that's kind of a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I freaking love Italy.
Yeah,
I've been to, I guess, a few countries in Europe, but Italy's just great, man.
Italy's dope. Next time I go to Europe, though, I want to go to the cheapest parts of Europe.
Really?
I
That'd
think
be like Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
You wanna go
like,
there?
I want to go to like Poland.
Dude, I
and, like,
think
I've
you
heard
would
great
not-
things.
I don't know.
Budapest.
Hungary, well, yeah, it depends where you go, but like parts of like Hungary and Romania are pretty freaking poor.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't like go like. I would go to like where young people go, where it's like extremely
Yeah.
affordable, but like still, it's not like I'm not going like rural like Estonia.
Yeah,
obviously. But yeah, I want to go to like Portugal. Like that's really cheap. Like,
What do they got?
like not the cheapest parts, but like cheap in that like good countries to go to when you're young. Because I went to like a lot of honeymoon destinations on my trip and just with a group of young guys, and definitely was just expensive and not exactly what we were looking for every time.
Some more culture maybe.
Yeah.
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 I really want to go to Spain. I want to go to
Spain's-
Barca.
Yeah. I want to go to like northern Spain too. Sounds dope.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know. I just like, I hate tourist areas. I hate not meeting locals
Yeah.
in a country. It's just like really weird.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll talk about this off air, but definitely when we go to Asia, I want to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like I know we're talking about, we'll go to hostels and stuff, but it's like, I really want to I don't want to be around a bunch of white people.
Well, it's going to be hard in Asia because they don't speak
we just
English
gotta go
like
to the
that.
right place.
They don't speak English like that.
I think they do.
Some, yeah, but
I
not.
think a lot of them do.
I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah,
We'll see.
We'll talk about this later, though.
Yeah. Okay. I got some more talking points though.
Yeah,
But
but just to reiterate, we're gonna hit it hard after we get back from our trips.
yep.
End of the season, like last 6-7 races, we're hitting it hard.
We'll go pod every week,
Yeah.
shorts, really get dedicated. We'll have some content, some more prepared content in the off season.
We're locking in.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. This was a weird one. Autosport posted it. Stefano Domenicali.
So Italian, dude. All these guys are so
you know
Italian.
this guy. He's like head
Do
of
I?
F1. Excuse me, another burp.
It's okay.
He goes, we want to go to Africa,
Mm.
but we need to have the right investment and strategy and plan, of course.
As always.
Rwanda are serious. One of the poorest countries
I know,
in
I was gonna
Europe,
say.
or not in Europe, in Africa. Previously had a genocide there not that long ago.
Yeah,
you
Civil
know,
War.
it's,
These are just facts, though, right? These
yeah.
are not. These are just... I don't know. It's not... I don't think it screams, let's do a motor race here.
It's a poor landlocked country. But, you know, maybe they're trying to restore their image, and I don't know.
I don't agree with this.
I think South Africa is like the real OG. Go back to Kailami.
Yeah.
I do think there should be a race on Africa.
I think maybe like Morocco.
Morocco would be sick.
Or like I was thinking Cairo.
Cairo would be sick.
Get the... Like I can just imagine the pyramids in the background.
They definitely wouldn't do it there, but
You don't think so?
just like track management wise by the dunes, I think is super hard.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, dude. Rwanda, it's just like... it just seems like...
Madagascar.
It's just too remote.
No, yeah, it is.
Because like native Rwandans, like not enough people are going to go to that. Like
yeah.
think about like some of these races. It's like 400,000 to 500,000 people are going. It's like there's not enough
Dude,
F1
go,
fans
like,
in Rwanda. Dude,
outside
to
of
go.
Cape Town, like
Yeah.
like big cities. I don't know. I do agree with Africa,
Sure.
but yeah, definitely got to do it right.
I would say do it where there's motorsport culture.
Yeah,
Don't do
that's
it.
a
Just,
great point.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Thank you.
And that is South Africa too.
Yeah. There we go.
And then there was also talks about Chicago Grand Prix, but dude,
Come on, really?
don't do another U.S.
Really?
race. Do
Is
not.
this-
Okay, if it takes Miami, sure. I could always throw away Miami whenever you want. I fucking hate that race, but don't add a fourth, please.
Too many freaking U.S. races.
Yeah.
And I love America.
No, and I love America, and I want F1 to be here, but that's too much.
That's too many.
It's a world championship.
Yeah. I would say, what country needs a race?
I'd say somewhere in Africa is number one.
Yeah, I agree. I would say South Africa.
Maybe bring back Istanbul track, updated a little bit.
Turkey would be cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good track too.
Yeah, go like kind of east, Middle East.
Or like Finland, Sweden, Norway would be sick.
Oh.
Because think about how many Finnish drivers have been in the sport.
That's
It's like
true. Scandinavia?
huge motorsport up there.
True. That's a really good point.
Yeah, up there
Scandinavian.
would be cool. Germany would be such a rich history.
True. great. Yeah, these are great points, man.
Yeah.
Better than another American race.
Yeah. Malaysia Grand Prix, that used to happen. Pretty cool track.
But you already got like Singapore down there.
Yeah, I know, but that's still a sick track.
Yeah.
It's really fun to drive on
I guess
the sim.
I'm thinking more just like where in the world you need
Needs
to
it.
spread it out.
Yeah.
I think Scandinavia or Germany is a good call.
Argentina would be sick. It's pretty far though.
Yeah, I just don't know the culture down there.
Fangio.
Oh yeah, but that was like 100 years ago.
And you had to go to Europe to race, you know.
Yeah, that's funny, Fangio.
No, I think they do some rally down there.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Central America or like another South American race. I would not mind that. Because you got Sao Paulo, or is it Sao Paulo?
In Brazil.
Interlagos.
Yeah.
Sao Paulo.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe like somewhere else in South America or Central America. But again, it just all comes back to like, are fans actually going to go out there?
I think, yeah. I don't know. It doesn't need to be huge either.
Yeah.
Like, ticket sales are important, but like, get like Azerbaijan has like no attendance.
Oh, really?
Like, they just don't have any grandstands really.
Oh.
But they can just pay to have it there. I don't know. It's all weird.
Yeah.
It's a big show, big circus.
Yeah, it's just a circus.
Okay, Ocon.
Oh wow, we're still doing this.
Yeah. We're still going. I got more after this too.
Okay, dude, I'm getting really hot in here.
It's a hot day.
Yeah, that's
Drink
right.
your seltzer.
Dude, I'm getting sweaty.
Killed one.
Wow, yeah, I got a lot left. Ocon.
I mean, I think we'd be pretty quick about it.
I don't know. Do you have an opinion? Start me off.
Just good. Staying in the sport, you know. I don't think he had a lot of options.
Yeah.
Haas is by far not the worst team to go to. Great team principal. Decent season. He's a good driver. I think no matter what people say about his ethics, I think he deserves to be in the sport. So,
yeah. I think I remember what I was thinking. Good dynamic. Good team dynamic.
That's a bold statement.
Dude, I think it'll be a little spicy, dude.
Yeah.
Because I think Esteban's going to be he wants to be that number one driver, but then it's like Ollie's kind of their new guy. It's like, how will that kind of play out? Because they're gonna treat Ollie with more
respect. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he's that Ferrari recruit, and they got that Ferrari engine, and it's that politics.
Politicos.
But he also is a rookie, so I assume Esteban will be
a
little daddy mode first year.
Definitely.
At least.
Definitely. But, I think he really didn't have another option. I think that's probably the only people that reached out to him. That's my guess.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah. I can't really off the dome think of anyone else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he took it. So would I. Not a bad team. Not great.
Not a bad team at all, though. I think it'll be fun.
Score some points. Continue to just be an F1. That's a big thing.
It'll be really fun to see him versus Pierre. The French saga,
they might
different
be like
teams.
a little.
They'll be pretty close to each other.
Yeah, if things stay relatively the same, and I assume they will be.
I assume. So that could be interesting to see what happens.
I love that. Ciao. When he passed him.
I thought like Charles fucking went
in
somewhere.
Austria. We just watched like the F1 recap of the season. And he said ciao when he passed him, which I thought was
dude, they're
bellissimo.
They're crazy.
Okay. Last point of conversation.
Please.
Extremely open-ended. Room for creativity, room for bold takes. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, what?
Lewis said it's going to be one hell of a second half of the season for sure.
Is that hell?
What's going on?
The viewer discretion.
Yeah, I just was saying that. I was just spitting words.
Thought you were gonna
second half of the season, dude. I'm stoked.
I am extremely excited. It's a very open-ended statement. It's going to be fun. I mean, we've seen Mercedes have a great weekend. We've seen McLaren have a great weekend. Ferrari also didn't do too bad this past weekend at Spa. They didn't do horrible. They finished, I think, 4th and like 6th.
Yeah, not in the fight, but not bad.
Not bad.
There's room for development.
it wasn't like a 7-8 kind of thing.
No, I agree.
So it wasn't horrible. Obviously, Charles was leading for a little bit and then got quickly passed. But hey, wasn't too bad. I think Carlos probably had a pretty okay race. They haven't really been in the picture recently, but we have a lot of things coming up that could be interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited for Lando v. Oscar.
Sure.
I think Oscar might be pushing him a little bit more with that found confidence after that win.
Definitely.
He looked great in Spa. It's going to be interesting to see how McLaren, talk to their drivers if they're killing it. I think the next couple of races too are heavily in McLaren's favor.
Okay.
Zandvoort, high downforce, similar to Hungary.
Yeah, definitely.
So I could see them being dominant there. Singapore, they should be good. What was the other one in there? Italy. Fast track, I don't know. But I think those two races are going to be McLaren heavy, and they could be battling. And
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see if team orders come in. If they don't, where Max is going to be in the mix. That's going to be all good. I'm excited for Checo to leave the sport. Mercedes is back fighting. Two great drivers, good team at their back who knows how to win. I would love Ferrari to be back in the mix, as you said. And it's not impossible,
Yeah, they haven't left. They're not out of the mix, but they're not in it.
No, and it's just like it could be one car development away.
Yeah, just one little.
But then it gets to the point where it's like, where do you stop development and think of next year?
Or, year after that even maybe.
Yeah, probably not yet, but maybe a little bit.
Dude, next year could be super spicy.
Next year, I'm hoping to be.
I mean,
if it's like this from the start, oh my God.
I think it will be, dude. I think it's going to be no one knows who the champion is going to be.
And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And it just brings it back to the regulations. It's like, why do we have to have new regulations already?
Yeah.
4 years from when the other ones got introduced. And we're going to 50-50 bullshit engines.
Climate change, man.
Dude, just give me 2 more years.
Dude, give me
3. Give me 4. Give me 5. Give me
no
a spec
new
series.
Regs. A spec series. That'd be insane.
No, it's funny. Esteban was like, it'd be great to see all 10 cars in contention, like F2 and karting. And I'm like, I looked in the comments, and the first comment was, sounds like a guy going to Haas.
That's funny.
So
true. Of course you want that. That would be fucking crazy, though.
Yeah. Good races coming up, too.
Yeah.
All pretty heaters. Like some of my favorite tracks. I love Azerbaijan.
Yeah, you're a big Baku guy.
Dude, I love Baku, dude. I think it's because first
Baku
2 seasons I watched were pretty electric and chaotic there. So I got like that implanted in my head. We got Brazil. Lovely.
Classic.
Lovely.
Simply.
Coda's going to be dope. Coda's always somewhat entertaining.
Coda will deliver.
Vegas was good last year. I'm excited to see what it does this year with a little more teams have more information.
Definitely.
It could be extremely boring, but you never know.
Yeah, it was a good race last year
because we had cold temps last year,
cold.
So that was something new for Formula One. I think in general. I don't know. I'd have to look at the calendar, but good stuff. Mexico is such a horrible race. I fucking hate it. Hate that racetrack.
Maybe check old DNF.
He should probably.
Yeah. All right. Is that it? You have anything else to say?
No, just stoked.
Yeah.
Stoked to be here, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Back at the pod, back at the stew.
Back at the pod. People, it was wild not having the pod and people asking on our social media when's the pod coming back, because we thought we had absolutely 0 fans. But
yeah, I mean, dude, we got like almost 200 subs.
Yeah, but you never think of like, I don't know, if they're not commenting and stuff, you don't see people clicking on the videos and watching the whole thing, or not even the whole thing, but at least watching our shorts.
Yeah, we need more people to comment.
Yeah, comment please.
Not even for the algo, just like it's fun.
No, I love seeing
love
the comments.
comments.
I love the comments.
Yeah.
Such funny takes. Such good personality. If you comment right now, we will read it on the next pod.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
we'll shout you out. We'll definitely shout you out.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Eddie
All right.
Vedder.
Shout you out. Guaranteed.
I think we're thinking of different songs.
You're thinking the actual. I thought you were just like sounded like Eddie Vedder.
No.
Guarantee on the Into the Wild album.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
What about the humming only version?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. It's on iTunes.
Shout out Eddie Vedder.
Yeah. Is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't even know what he looks like.
Seattle native.
Really?
Yeah. Dad. He's raising his kids here.
Wow.
Yeah. He's Pearl Jam, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's
I
the
don't
lead
know
singer
shit
of Pearl
about-
Jam.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about music.
You know, teach their own.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you know a lot about?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. What do you know a lot about?
F1's probably up there.
Yeah, I guess you do know.
I know a broad stuff about a lot of stuff. You know, I could tell you Eddie Vedder is. I know some music.
Yeah,
I know some cars. I know.
That's F1 stuff, though.
I know how to edit a video very mid. I know.
That's not a subject.
I could tell you watch is somewhat okay.
Watched one YouTube video. I don't know. When you really put it like that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
Cactus, maybe?
Yeah, you got some cactus. We know how to drive boats pretty well.
Wazoo basketball. That's about it.
All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. I thought you were going to do an Elvis thing.